Yeah, we have brought our guild president who is going to introduce himself to us. He's a genuine, young, handsome man who is aspiring for guild president at the BUSITEMA University. So, sir, I would want you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you, Lisa. My name is Kotaki William. I'm a fourth-year medical student pursuing Bachelor's of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery from Mbale campus. I'm also the male faculty representative of Mbale campus and aspirant for Guild President, BUSITEMA University, 2025-2026. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So, I would like to ask you, can you tell us a little bit of your background and what motivated you to run to the post of the guild president?
Okay, thank you. My background, I'm a private student at BUSITEMA University. I'm an extension student because I first did a diploma in clinical medicine. Okay. So I'm upgrading, and I've also been in leadership positions. I've been leading the Seventh-day Adventist Church at my campus. I'm currently the president of Adventist Youth in Mbale City. And what motivated me is while I was a guild leader, I realized that there are a number of things that affect students, but each time we could meet in the faculty board and I try to present, the members, the top management at that level would tell me that this issue needs the guild to work on it or to present it to council. So what motivated me so much was, if I come for this position, I can be at the better position to make sure that I present the students' views to the top management. And I believe that this can help to improve on some of the things that are challenging students in BUSITEMA University. So my motivation really comes from the experience I've had in my leadership and as a student. Yeah.
Okay, so if you talk about the challenges that are facing the students at BUSITEMA, yes, which kind of challenges do you see that are facing these students and is stopping them from doing whatever they can do?
Okay. Yeah, we have very many challenges. We have structural challenges, we have challenges of individuals, we have challenges at faculty level. But I want to take this opportunity to talk about the cross-cutting challenges from all campuses, because I've been able to move. One of the challenges you find that in BUSITEMA, we are a multi-campus university, but you find that students of maybe Palisa University, Namasagali, we lack that coordination. Every other campus, they are on their own. And as we study, we are all one BUSITEMA. We need that cohesion as students to make sure that we interact. So you find that we have a challenge of solidarity. Like you find a student in this campus doesn't know about the student in the other thing. Then we also have challenges in terms of student welfare. In student welfare, I mean, you find that there are some basic things that we students need to have, but you find that we pass through a lot of challenges to have. Maybe I can talk about things like internet, we can talk about things like hostel, the hostels are few, and so on. Then we also have an issue of visibility of our university. As students and the administration, we have the mandate to make sure that we make our university visible. It is true, we have tried to do it in some way or the other. Like we have had the best intern doctors in Uganda, we have the best engineers in Uganda, but the country does not recognize that. So as students, we feel like we have to make sure that we make it visible. So that's the challenge. Then we have another challenge that we have. As students, you find that when it comes to times of exams, students, more so those who are privately sponsored, they have issues with clearance to do an exam. In that, I mean that you find a student who may have a small fees balance is not allowed to do an exam, or he's forced to move out of the paper, and yet those things can be sorted. So among the many challenges, those are the ones that I feel that we have to.
For our university, BUSITEMA University, and how do you plan to address them?
Okay, thank you. As Guild President aspirant, we have 6 priorities, and we have a way that we are going to address them. One is we want to build solidarity in diversity. In this, I mean, as students of BUSITEMA, we want to organize things like inter-university culture galas, so that we get people from Palisa, from Namasagali, from main campus, from Arapai, in their culture way, the best there to come and we compete. And it will help us to have to make sure that we have the cultural integration. Then another thing on how we can tackle that is we want to organize like friendly matches. You realize that many times we only come together during politics, we come together during the tournaments, but we want to have friendly matches amongst that, among other things. The other thing that we want to look at is we want to have what we call inclusion and equal distribution of resources. We want to engage their management. That we know that the university may not have money to make sure that they do all the development infrastructure in all campuses. But is there any way that we can have this year let's do this campus, this year let's do this campus, so that at least every campus feels like they are also included in the distribution of resources. We also want an issue of negotiation with management. That is there any way that the university can help students who are struggling with tuition to have the minimum requirement to do their exams, and the balance can be cleared as they move. In that I mean, if you're a finalist student, we can have a threshold. If you reach that, you can do your exam, and maybe the university holds your diploma or your degree. As you clear money, they give it to you. Or if you're a continuing student, is there any way that they can allow you to do the exam and they hold on your marks so that as you clear, they can show you the marks? So in that we are demanding, can the university agree to negotiate with us and they give us a 60% tuition policy? It is working in other institutions and we want to benchmark on that. The other issue is we want to make sure that we work on things like visibility of our university. I want our students of BUSITEMA to organize maybe a BUSITEMA run in a year. We mobilize some sources. I know we can get partners and we make sure that every campus runs. And maybe if we get that money, we can be able to improve some social services in our communities. We want also to look at the issue of blood donation. You know, it perturbs me that we have over 8,000 students, but you find that the hospitals in our region suffer with blood. So if we come up as BUSITEMA University and we collect, even if 2,000 units in a year, they can help for people to know that students of BUSITEMA University are there. We want also to improve on the issue of student welfare. Student welfare has so many things. Some things they are for the university and others are for us. And here I mean that let the basic things be provided. Things like internet, things like water, things like electricity. You know, you find that some campuses, they even don't have a standby generator when things are there. So we want also to, my priority, another priority of mine, is we want the top management to entrust the campus leadership, I mean the dean and the AR and other people, that if there is any clearance of a student, it should be done at the campus level. But we find that a student wants to be cleared more so at the time when they need help, maybe during exam, they refer you that you have to call administrators at main campus. Yeah. And you find that it becomes very hard. Then the other thing that we want to embark on as we build solidarity, we have students who were expelled because of crimes that they made. And it is true that these students are supposed to be expelled. But we want to plead with the university that those students can be given a second chance. Some students were in final years, others were continuing, but we believe that they can be given a chance they come and complete their course. And it will be a plus, because I don't think that the university feels good when a student is expelled. I know there are those severe cases, but for some cases, I think there can be some negotiation on that. So those are some of the things that I really want to work on. And also we want to make sure that we network with other universities. We should make it like we have that student networking with universities from maybe within the country and those which are outside the country, and it is possible. So those are some of the things that I feel, if I'm given the mandate, we can be able to work on.
Okay, thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Kotaki.
Yes.
Your priorities are really inspiring.
Yes.
And for the blood donation, it's
Yeah.
really a good one because you talked like a real medic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you talked about the cultural colors.
Yes.
But as if the university has issues with the cultural color. We had last semester because we did not have the cultural color this campus. It is alleged that the funds were not enough. So how can you help us with that problem?
Oh, that is just very simple. The first time I'm given office, we are going to draw a work plan and budget. So there will be no excuse that this money is not there, because students pay guild fee. So we are going to draw a guild budget, which is supposed to be shared amongst the campuses, so that people know that these are the activities that are going to be run. So we don't want someone to just say there is no money and yet we have not seen the work plan and budget. So that one will be sorted. Yes.
So that's very good in case you can help us with that issue.
Yes.
So I would like to know you personally, what makes you happy and what makes you sad?
Oh, what makes me happy is if I see another human being happy. In fact, if I see a smile on your face because of the little efforts I've done, it makes me so happy. And what makes me sad, or what makes me angry, or what, is lies. I really hate someone who tells lies to me, because in my interaction, I try as much as possible to tell people the truth about myself. So if I realize that you're lying to me, it really breaks me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means you're really genuine. Eh?
Yeah, I try to be genuine, yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
So how do you deal with your mental illness, like stress and depression?
Oh, now about depression and stress, how I deal with it basically, me personally, I speak out. If I'm stressed, the people around me, I tell them, you know what, guys, I'm not happy. I'm stressed, or something disturbing me. And many times when I share, they give me advice. So the way I deal with that is sharing what is paining me or what is inside. I can't keep quiet. Okay. And it has helped me a lot.
So you as a medical student, as you say, how can you help me to cope up with the stress and depression?
Okay, fine. Now, how you can cope up with stress? The first thing about managing stress is do things within your means. You know, when you do something that is beyond you, in most times you will use a lot of energy, of which maybe you don't have the capacity. But another thing is make sure that you speak out. Don't keep quiet with something stressing you, because the more you keep quiet, the more things keep piling. So make sure that you have someone you trust that you can share with your things, and by sharing, a solution can be got. So like it is said that a problem which is shared is half solved. So share it up. Make sure that you don't go for things that you are just, you know, nowadays people like copying. They see Lisa with something they want. So that one is using minimal energy. For you are using triple energy, and maybe it is not. So just make sure that you do that, and also trust in God. You know, as a Christian, I believe that God is the source of everything. So I believe that if you believe in God, you will know that what is yours, and what is not yours is not yours. And it will help you to cope up.
Oh, thank you very much for the advice.
Yes.
Yeah, just to know that most people nowadays, they are very hard to trust. So I would rather trust the Almighty God.
No,
to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good people are there.
They are there, but
don't assume.
Yeah.
Don't assume. God has created human beings that we have to. So even if you're being maybe disappointed, but at least I know good people are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So I've got my final question.
Yes, please.
What is the best advice you've ever received you as a person, and from who?
I think the best advice I've ever received is to go back to school. Yeah. My dad. My dad always wanted me to be a medical doctor. And each time he could advise me, William, why don't you go back to school? Why don't you? And it has helped me because I feel where I am now, his advice was superb. So my dad, I think he has given me the best advice I can take for now.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very good because I think that course is a very terrible course, very hard.
Yes.
It needs strong people with brains, not that's the truth.
Yeah, but it's the passion that makes everything easy.
Okay, there is what they say passion, but you as a person, can you really manage it? Because me as a person, I cannot manage.
What man can do. So there is no reason. You can try. It's just because you have not tried it. But once you try, you can find that things are moving anyway. But it is a hard course, but
Yeah, it's a very
it
hard
can be
course.
done. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kotaki, William, aspiring guild president,
Yes.
for being our guest for today.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the knowledge you've shared with us and your reasons as to why you want to become the guild president.
Yes.
So I want you to give us your final remarks,
Okay.
just that you can give to the students of BUSITEMA University.
Okay. Thank you very much. To the students of STEMA University, we are in the time whereby politics is hitting hard, and your best candidate is Kotaki William. I want to call upon all students of BUSITEMA that it is time now for us to be validated such that we can be able to be eligible voters. I want to request you that get validated and be in the voters register, and when that time comes, you will know that all your votes are valid. So I want to request all of you, government students, but for private students, get validated and leave everything for Kotaki. During that day, tick for him, and we are going to have the BUSITEMA that we want. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're our most beloved guild president to me, and my vote is yours actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, so today it has been hosted by the Wayup show. Behind the scenes is Unrated. Yeah,